us. This is Paul Wilson. Guys, I am doing a wrap-up here for day 2 for the dyno competition. It is currently Sunday morning. We are getting ready for the sled pulls this afternoon, but I wanted to do a quick rundown of kind of where everything shook out. We did get final numbers in for Todd Welch. Even with the explosion, he was able to make 2369 horsepower, 3,039 foot-pounds of torque. That was good enough for 5th place. Now, we heard him talking a little bit. Apparently, this engine had been run on the dyno several times throughout its life. It had never seen nitrous, and you can see it in the video. As soon as they feed the nitrous to it, it pops. And when I say it pops, the engine jumps out of the truck. A fireball consumes the front end. It's put out quickly. Everybody's safe. It's all good there. But yeah, it was done. So the fact that they even got a number, great job to the dyno operator, Cody Pulliam. Man, that guy's going to end up with PTSD after going through all of these. So this is what we got for the end of the dyno competition. Now, this is just the dyno order. I'll do a quick rundown of overall scores here in a minute. Justin Ziegler, first place, 2443 horsepower, 3287 torque. Justin Anders, 2220 horsepower, 3404. Trevor Peterson, 2264 horsepower, 3203. Top 3 spots go to a Cummins. Chris Buheider coming in with 2463, 2996 after that. Todd Welch in 5th place, Evan Moser in 6th, Turbotom in 7th, Wade Minter in 8th, David Petrick in 9th, Kenny Bruner in 10th, Tony Burkhart. He told us he was going to go light on the dyno and hope to bring it back home at the sled pull track. So him in 11th, not too surprising. I would imagine, looking back at it, I bet he would have liked to give her one more pass. But keep in mind, he was also racing ODSS all weekend, so I'm sure they were out there having fun. Charlie Fish ended up in 12th on the dyno, John Shirato in 13th, Ryan Batts in 14, Brian Shue in 15. Eric Merchant struggling with the weekend, but I know Eric, I'm sure he had a lot of fun, so he sat there in 16th place on the dyno. Chase Miller in 17, Josh McCormick battling tragedy 2 days in a row. He'll be in 18th, Jesse Warren with a 0. Hey guys, I had made some jokes about Jesse Warren. Number one, Jesse Warren having a 0 on the dyno is a tragedy. We all want to see these competitors go out there and make their biggest number. I have nothing but respect for Jesse Warren. I think he's done more for the 6-liter community than maybe anybody else out there. I think he's absolutely phenomenal at what he does. It is UCC, and there is just no way you could be prepared for everything. All right, guys, I do want to quickly say thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to everybody who's come out to the show, everybody who stopped by the booth for Duramax Tuner, and definitely thank you to all of the competitors and their teams and the programs that they've put together to be able to come out and put on such an amazing show. I am stoked to go see the sled pull. We will be reporting back to you just as soon as we get somebody out on the track.
Engineered for use with both gas and diesel engines, the XDP X Factor is the perfect choice to restore lost power in your engine. This unique blend is a 100% synthetic friction reducer that's specially formulated to decrease engine wear, improve fuel economy, and reduce the oil operating temperature of your diesel engine. On 6.0 liter Power Stroke engines, X Factor eliminates the common stiction issues and helps restore failing HEUI injectors. X Factor is more than just an engine oil additive. Use in your power steering system or add it to your gear oil for enhanced protection. X Factor is safe for use with both synthetic and conventional oils, and one 8-ounce bottle treats up to 5 quarts of oil. To find out more about the XDP X Factor High Performance Oil Additive, head over to xdp.com or find a local dealer near you.
Chris, people have been hearing us talk about ergy performance, well, since the start of the show.
Right, of course. They've been a believer since the inception, to say the least.
I know I just recently talked to Randy Harkema over there. Guys, of course, you recognize him from our snake oil or not fuel additive episode. He's one of the guys at ergy that we rely on for technical expertise. And I thought it was really cool. I was just talking to him about going to UCC.
Okay.
You remember the booth that they bring to UCC every year?
Yeah, I remember 2019. They do this really cool engine stand with a Cummins with their standalone with a throttle, a hand throttle, and you can, be part of the engine operating. They start it, you can rev it and all that cool stuff. And I think it's really cool because it gives you that hands-on experience to say, hey, here's Exergy's fuel system, here's Exergy standalone, Bosch standalone, here's everything working.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can't forget it once you've seen it.
I didn't push too hard to ask all the details because I like to walk around UCC and kind of be surprised by what I'm going to see. But I will just say that if you're going to UCC this year, make sure you go swing by the Exergy Performance booth. You're definitely going to want to check out what they have.
Oh, man, that's exciting.
Chris, WC Fab and WC Fab powder coating. It's going to be one of those places that if you've never heard of them and you go check out their booth at UCC, or if you go to their shop and kind of hang out and see even just the foyer, like the waiting room, you're going to be wildly impressed.
It's tough because you don't know if someone were to tell me, hey, they do all these crazy powder coat colors, they do compound turbo kits, triple turbo kits, intercooler piping kits, whatever. I am a very simplistic individual, so I have a basic thought process or picturing in my head of what's going on. And if you see their work in person, they're very meticulous with, their fabrication. The welding is superb. But their coloring options that they have from their in-house powder coating service is second to none. There's like 400 colors that they keep in stock.
Yeah.
All of their signature colors are, they're the most popular for a reason. They stick out the most. And I mean, Paul, man, over the years being at Calibrated Power, we have seen so many WC Fab trucks come and go, being on the dyno, things like that. And, I remember when I first started, it was exciting to see a 700, 800, or 1,000 wheel horse truck, and you just know if a truck's coming from WC Fab here, it's going to make big power. I normally just get excited for what kind of color schemes under the hood of the truck. But, you're going to get what you pay for. They offer a really good quality product, and they have a really good support staff. They're going to stand behind what they do. And I think that goes a long way, especially this day and age in this industry.
Absolutely.